Hi, hello again. Another little video. This one is on double headers. I know you can do 2 or 3 different ways of doing double headers. So first of all, what we'll show you first is what I'm going to use is my 2 class 68s, my 2 class 24s, and I'll show you my shunter and my other shunter there, and also that'll be included as well, which is my other one there. Right, the way I started it off is, if you look in the manual, it says put them on double headers and press a button and they go together. No, they don't. I tried it. One of the things is that you can't control both together. So if I actually put this one and this one together on the track, that one will drag this one around the track, because that's a lot more powerful loco than that one. So you can't just put 2 locos together. It doesn't work. What you've got to do is run 2 trains. So those 2 there, I've just done them. Now those 2 trains are class 68s, dapples. They've got identical decoders in them. Everything is identical in the settings for that one and that one. How I trial it is I go to here and I put the nose of the loco there. Press cruise and off it goes. And then when it gets round to there again, I press the stopwatch, get the timing. Let it go round, then it's picked up its speed as it should do. And I'll time it from there to go round and back again. That's 2 speeds. One's the start speed and one is the running speed. Then I get the second loco, which is that one, and do the same again. The only thing I found out that train is faster than that one. Why? I don't know, because they're identical trains, but this one runs faster than that one. Only slightly, but it's enough, because one of the things you've got with these 68s, these hanging couplings, and they're not solid. So what happens is you touch them at all, they just drop. So what I've actually got here, I've actually got a Hunt coupling tying the 2 together, or connecting together. Now I've seen one video where Jack actually put a crossbar between the 2, linking the 2 together, as you would with a DMU. The only thing is you've got to turn both trains upside down, push them together, turn both trains back on and put them back on the track. That one thing is, if that one was a bit faster than that one will drag that one around the track. Now the problem with that also is, if that one's faster than that one will push this one and push it off the track. So you've got to get them running evenly. Now also is that with these 2 trains as they are now, all I have to do is park them, and that will run as a normal train. That will run a normal train with coaches, which I've got the magnetic couplings on the coaches, so they can run as normal trains. Whereas if you've got them as normal trains, you've got to take the tie bar off and put normal couplings in, which is a bit of a rigmarole really. So I've done an experiment, and that's how I did it. And now how I did that is, as I said, I run the timer, and what I did with that one is I then checked this one, which is 5 and 6. Now this is where you become a problem, because if you've got Hornby decoders or Hornby TTS decoders, says NA, can't get it, so you can't adjust any of the locos, which causes a problem. But if you put a Hornby train at the front, we say, and a non-Hornby train with a different decoder in, or if you actually see the TTS ones, that's a Hornby decoder. The only other way is to put another decoder in, which means it can cost you a lot of money to put a normal decoder sound decoder into it, to get just double heading. And is it worth it? So one of the things is, what I did is I actually got that one, which is a standard Hornby 20 TTS loco with TTS, and then there's this one, which is a Bachmann sound class 20. And what I did is I adjusted those two together. So I run that one round, found its timing, then got that one and adjusted the timing on that one, as I did with these. Now what happened with these two, that one there I adjusted, and this is what I got. Maximum local speed, I got it as 110, and mid speed I put it as 2. I don't know why, but it worked at 2 for some reason. Usually it's a third of what that one is. But I did try that, and that's how it worked. So I run them and they were identical, so those two run round perfectly together. And I did the same with these. Found the check speed of that one, checked the speed of that one, then altered that 5 and 6 on that one, because again they're not Hornby, and it worked perfect, no problem at all. And when it comes to those two, as I said, I run that one and then that one. Now what I ended up with that one is, when I did the check on it, that's how it normally accelerates at 40. A lot of my trains are accelerated at 40. I changed that to 15 to go the same as what the TTS one is. And here, as you see here, 0 and 0. Now, a lot of cases I don't alter them, unless it's some of these trains I have to alter them. I have to put those 5 and 6s in. So what I ended up with was, I altered that to 15, as I said. Maximum speed on 5, I've got just 255, and 6 at 136. I tried it at 100, it was too slow. Tried it at 150, it was too fast. I was up and down like a yo-yo, putting that train on the normal track to the programme track to the normal track to the programme track. It took me about 2 hours to just sort this one train out. But I did that, and eventually it did work. And also they've got the normal couplings on, they've got nothing else, and I put those two together, they will run round together perfectly, no problems whatsoever. So that is another way you can do it, but what you've got to do is, that one is controlled by that one. The fact is that whatever speed that one is, you've got to alter the speed of that one. And it could be the same as this, that one was a bit faster than that one, so what I did is this one sits here, and then I slowed the speed of that one down, because I couldn't alter the speed higher than what it was on that one. And there again, I did alter these two here as well. So that is how we actually set up the CVs as such. It took me quite a long time to play around with these and get these right, but they now work together. Right. When it comes to double headers, as I said in the book, it says put it on double header and just press one of them and it'll work the same. Now the trouble is, if you've got a shunter and an express, they will not work together. What they say is that the slower one will slow that one down, or the faster one will bring that one up, and it doesn't work. They both at the same speed. If you actually take this off and put two more different trains on, if you put cruise at 40, that one go to 40. That could be a shunter, that could be express. So it doesn't work. Forget that. That doesn't work. Right. When we get to here, we go to the settings box, and down the bottom here, there, it says number of double headers. And you've got 1 to 5, so you can have 5 double headers. I've got it as 3. This is what I'm going to be showing the example of. So it's set at 3, which is that. So what the double headers are is that one, and that one, or those two. That one's a little bit different, but these two are double headers. Right. So first of all, you go to here. There's my trains. Now what it is, because we're going to demo, these are the trains that are going to be working. Those are the only trains that can come up on the screen. If I got it as shunters, only shunters would come up. So it's a good way of keeping your trains that you're going to play around with double heading into this little box. So first of all, we've got the ScotRail and the direct rail. So if I just click here, and then click here, just there, they come up as DH. G is 0. That's number. Actually, that's number 1 heading. Now they're both facing the same way. Now one thing with the system is, if you've got normal Railmaster, you can only have them going both forward or both back. You can't have one going opposite to the other one. But in Pro, you can do it. So what we've got here is the direct rail, which is the one at the back. This is going to go backwards. So all you do is click that box there, like that, like that. And what it's done now, it's made that one that way and that one that way. So that is that one. So if I now just do this and come out, now if I go to here and correct rail, there, like that, yeah, they're both set at 40. You see what I mean? Look, perfect. That uncoupling tends to keep them together. No problem at all. If I click it down to shunt, so they both go down to 10 mile an hour. Come round here a bit, stop it here. So that's that one. Then we come to these two. So what we do again, we come back on here. We now go to these two here. And we can click that one and that one. Now note, it says 0, the same as them. Now if I click any one of them 4 locos at that, all the 4 locos will go together. So what it actually is we've got to go to, press it once again, that's 1. Press it again, that's 1. So what it's done now, is now put them as number 1s, right? But remember, see what it did then? It turned this one wrong way around again. So all I've got to do with that is click that, like that. Now that one, so they've done that way. So that's number 1, that's number 2. Now if I come out here, like this now, and go to my blue 24, which is this one here, and I click shunt, cruise, sorry, both set at 30. But look, and they've got normal couplings on. So they're working perfect. Yeah, you can put the lights on to, put your tail lights on, headlights on, and there's no problem with them. So if I now go down to stop it here, so I've now stopped it. So that's that one. Now then, when it comes to, as I said, I could do a double header. What this is here is those two have been linked together through a double header, but they're both on different tracks. So in actual fact, you could have a train running on that track and a train running on this track, press one of the train cruises and both trains will go off together. So you can actually have that as a double header, but what actually happens is they both go off together. So you can actually have two going round together and you're controlled by just either pressing one or the other. So if you now go to this one again now if I now click this one here and this one here, that's brought up 0, right? But it isn't. If I click this again, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. So they both can be forward, like that, right? So if we just do this now, we now click on the sound of this, that one there and that one there. So that's those two. So if I just click the shunt on there like that, look, now press stop, I now click reverse, as you see both of them go to reverse, I now click shunt again, look, they both go together. So that's another way you can actually control them. So you've got those two you can control together like that. So you've got 4 tracks, you can have 4 different locos like this, and just press one of the trains on the double headers and all the 4 will go off together. But what it means is, I just do this, turn them off now. All it means is you've got to make sure that they're all zeros. And how you get rid of them all is just click it again, click it again, click it again, till you get blanks like that. like that, do that. Now they're all separate locos. Now if I press that one, it'll go on its own, that one will go on its own. These two, of course, they're done like that. But say with these two here, all I've got to do with these is just do this, you know, and they're parted. I can actually run those two trains as normal trains now, with no problem at all. So it's quite a good way to do it. But as I say, I don't do normal double headers. Also, as although I've got 75 locos, these two here and these two are basically the only two I've got which are exactly the same. And those two there, so that's two 20s there, two 24s here, and those two 68s. Other than that, all my other locos which sit around the track and which sit all over there, none of them are equal. I could get it to do it, but I don't like double heading, but it's everybody's choice. But it was just an experiment that I was asked to do, and it seemed to have worked to what I've done. The basic is that the fastest train you leave as it is, the slowest train you leave as it is, and the fastest train you slow it down to operate to that one, as it did with this. That was the faster train, so that was a slower train, so that one was slowed to work with that one. And as I did here, that one there, the Batman one, was faster than that one, so I had to slow that one down to get to that one. But that's basically it on doing double headers. They say everybody's choice, but so they say the thing is you can't control Hornby decoders or the TTS ones. It comes up if any one you get when you read the CVs, if it says not available, that's it. It will not work. I've tried to put one in, fiddle it in, and put the time in there, and it made a difference to the train. The decoders are not made for doing it. You can have a Hornby train and have not a Hornby decoder in it, and then you can control, as long as it's got this bit in, those two there, you then can control it. But other than that, you've got no chance. If you've got just normal Hornby decoders in locos, you can't control them. So that's it for this one. So if anybody wants me, I'm on 01782 302194. My email address is there as well. Please subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.